Hey everyone, thank you for joining me on my channel. A long time no see. It's been about maybe 3 months since I recorded my last video, and I actually moved to my new house in on February 22nd of this year, 2023. I do not have as much space as I did before the old house. My old garden was about 1,400 square feet. This one, not so much. However, we are going to be gardening using towers and just a little smaller spaces. I have about four of those. Sorry, my friend is texting me. Hey, Marcia, if you're watching. But oh, and hey, Kellyanne. But what was I saying? Oh, so like I said, I have four of those green stalk towers, and I have one bed, and I'm building another, but the wood had gotten warped because I used or am using the fencing. Like when you want to like replace a couple of pickets and you're like 6 foot tall privacy fence. So I've used those as garden beds. So this year it's going to be a different journey for my garden. Of course, this is year one, so I'm getting used to one gardening where people can see me because I do not have a privacy fence where my garden is at this new house. Um, so that's gardening and recording where people can see me. So pre-alert, just I'm letting you guys know if I'm a little like shy or quiet or do one of these YouTube speaking voices like this. That's only because I'm kind of embarrassed and bashful about recording in public, which is technically in my backyard. Um, I'm gonna try my best not to do that voice. The this is my tomatoes voice because it annoys me sometimes. I do so. Long story short, oh, focus, Tony. The focus of this garden this year is also I want to try to eat more from my garden like I did before, but it was just so much and so overwhelming at one point where I couldn't keep up, and I ended up giving a lot away, which was the goal of the Garden of Jubilee. If you remember, I wanted to give, I wanted to donate, and I was able to, and I am so happy I was able to do that. Granted, in my mind, I was thinking making boxes for families, like 2 or 3 families, but feeding one was just fine, one not counting my own. And that's what God had blessed me to do, and I was able to do it, and I think it's a real blessing. And that's that. So now, I won't say I have health issues, but my iron is like super low, and my friend and I decided to try, I won't say paleo because I like oatmeal, but I do want to cut a lot of my carbs, and I want to eat fresh and just try to change things that are in my diet. Although I travel, I won't say I travel a lot. We're always on the go. I'm not traveling much of anywhere, but we're always on the go with the kids with cheer and rugby and football, and just working a lot of overtime where even though eating out fast food is not my thing, we do sometimes grab and go. So, but I want to just try to eat fresh, pick more from my garden. And as the years go by, and I kind of learned this area because we do have a lot of trees here, which was not an issue at the old house. But now we have a lot of trees, and I'm just trying to see how the sun would work. I do believe my fall and early spring garden will be bomb because of the direct sunlight. Even though we won't have as many sunlight hours in like the fall, late fall, early winter, and early spring, we won't have many leaves. So that will actually be helpful because even though we're not getting as many hours as sun, there's also, we don't have to fight the issue of the leaves from the trees blocking the sunlight that we are getting back here. So I'm going to turn this camera around. I am going to show you what we're growing out of and show you the warped piece of wood. Don't mind that. And I know there are like some tomatoes I have in a cup. Went from having a lot of rain to not rain within a span of a few days. So there's some tomatoes in the cup I will be giving away to someone that I work with. And So they look kind of tired, but it's okay. Nothing a little water won't be able to cover. But yeah, so let's go check things out. I forgot how to work my bam. We flipped it over. I should have did like a B-roll thing. Okay. So here is my garden. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 green stalks. This is the newest one, so there's really not much in it. Look at those sleepy little tomatoes. But these are some tomatoes in the cups here in this plant. And of course I have a squirrel just having his way. That's another story for another day with these squirrels. But in this bed I have tomato, chamomile, tomato, lemongrass, tomatoes along back here. In here in the front I think are marigolds. But we have rabbits and squirrels that love to dig up, which you can see right here is where they've been digging. And so they're messing everything up. And along here we have zinnias. Here in this one we have some strawberries. So this, wow, okay. This strawberry is actually having, is it called having runners or developing runners? I don't know. So I'm going to stick the runners. Oh, let's see. Okay. This runner right here, I dug and stuck in the dirt a few days ago, let's just say a week ago. And I think it's getting nice and comfortable where it's getting some roots. Yeah, this one too. So for some of you who may not know, see this strawberry runner from the original plant, which I'll show you, has started to get roots. So I'm going to, it's got roots because I just sat it in the soil. So I'm going to let this whole tower, this whole up here, grows some strawberries. Anyway, so we have strawberries up here, some parsley, and some more strawberries. I don't know if these have runners or not. Let's just turn it. We can turn these green stalks. I have the spinning base. We have mint. So this mint was actually in that garden bed, and we'll talk about that. That was from the original owner. So I pulled that out and set it in like some plant propagation thing that was given me to me from my last dig box, and I let it grow some roots, and I put this peppermint in soil, and now it's flourishing, which I actually wanted to take over. So let's spin down here some more strawberries. And here we have oregano, if we can get, there we go, oregano. This is chamomile. This is rosemary. And I forget what kind of flower, but pretty much on the bottom I have flowers because I don't want a rabbit or a squirrel to eat my veggies. Here's the sage plant. We have some baby thyme in this pocket. I started up here some sage, some chives. I don't see anything growing. Okay, so we have some more oregano up here. And I think I left 1, 2, 3 pockets blank on purpose for strawberry runners. Also down here in these bottom pockets are calendula. And I don't think this is calendula. I forget what this one is. I forgot. Oh, and some lavender in this pocket and this pocket, which is doing good. And we have 1 red strawberry. Nice. I don't like fruit, but my kids do, so they can have it. All right. This bed, these were some of my walking onions that I had in the backyard of my old house. I am going to pull them out. I don't know what I want to do to this bed because, again, the squirrels and or rabbits have been digging in here, and also with the trees up here, there is a lot of shade over these 2 beds. So, and my walking onions usually do better than how they're doing right now. I mean, they would be like leaning over with like bulbs on top, and they would have been taken over by now, I think. Part of me wants to leave it here and see. The other part of me wants to build another bed in that direction where there's more sunlight. But we'll see. This is catmint, I think, that the old owners had in here. So these bulbs right here, I thought the squirrels had dug them all up and ate them, but they did not. But you can see also here where they still are digging. I don't like this. It's very annoying. But I have to figure out what I want to do with this. These are random seeds that I threw. I'm hoping they're seeds that I threw in here and not like trees growing. Let me see what this says. Okay, poppy pepper box. So I threw like random seeds in here. Poppies, calendula, random seeds I had. This is a foxglove plant. This is actually doing good. That's a lamb's ear, and that one, oops, let me see. This is a lamb's ear and another lamb's ear. And I think these bulbs are gladiolas that I had gotten from Dollar Tree in the early spring. And back there is yarrow. Right here is yarrow that I had gotten on clearance from like either Home Depot or Lowe's. This is a random tree. I thought this was a fruit tree that the former owners had planted, but I don't know what it is. But I do want to cut it down. I let it bloom on purpose to see if it'll bear any fruit. So far, not yet. So this one, we have calendula up top. This is little gem lettuce in these two. This is, ooh, radish. I forgot. Okay, they've been doing really good. Radish up here. Nasturtiums I have planted, but nothing as of yet. And more radish. And I planted these radish on April 29th. And somebody has been chewing, I think. But radish I've learned to like, and I like it even more now because they're a quick crop. Here we have sugar snap peas. Then I think sugar snap peas are all on the bottom. Yeah, these are all peas here. Here we have garlic, but so I'm gonna pull this garlic because it's getting these little black things. I think, are these aphids? Yeah, they're little bugs. I'm gonna throw this garlic out. I think I can do without. I would love to continue to grow my own, but I'm fine without it. This is cilantro. That's aphidy. I don't know if we can see it, but it's the little green bugs over there. And here are just the flowers that were on the stoop when we first bought the house. And I just put them on the bottom pockets. Here's a blueberry. But I need to do something else with this blueberry. But it's doing. I got it from Aldi's. Here's eucalyptus. Now, this is Mommy's favorite. Up here. So these things for the green stalk, they're like trellises. So I think I'm going to take one of these off, and probably the bottom one actually, and put it where the green peas are growing up. So the top shelf, pardon me if I'm holding my camera wrong, but all up here are the beans. The whole top row is beans. This is fennel, and she's actually down here. I like fennel. And I don't have time to record and do this, but I will have to go in here, and you'll see in a minute, and prune my tomatoes. So we did get a lot of rain, and it stopped, but this is still flourishing. And this green stalk is actually in the best spot because if you look up, it's not really like eaten up by the trees like the two back garden beds. So we have beans here. These are going to be bush beans up top. These are beets. So I have beets in this container. I think all the way across in the second row we have some more beets. The third row, I have to, I wish I had somebody to record for me. This is, what kind of pepper? This is cayenne right here. So it's flowering. That's cool. The third row, we also have parsley. And this this is not even in the third row, but it's taken over. And there is chamomile, German chamomile. Um, what's this one? This is a jalapeno pepper in here. And the tomatillos are like leaning over. And here we have borage, which is growing a lot. It grew since the last time I was out here a few days ago, like maybe Saturday. This is a tomato. What kind of tomato is this? It's way in the bottom. This is a Roma. So this one is Roma. Now we have some Roma flowers, and I'm going to have to Roma prune this also. So it is flowering. And we have some basil. Let me back up. I am messing up this camera. Basil. And I'm doing that stupid voice. And borage. And what is this? Oh, a piece of the fennel that broke off. Let's see. And I did have a little Anaheim pepper here. And this is a tomatillo. And a tomatillo is just like bushing out like crazy. It's bushing out a lot. And I also have some cayenne pepper, chives. Oh, here they are, right here. The chives right here. Oh my gosh, that basil. All these herbs smell so freaking good in my hands. This is a pepper with question marks. I don't know what kind of pepper it is. And some more basil and calendula that is kind of thirsty. And in here, which is not quite full yet, we have beans up top. What is this? Is this a bean? It might be a bean that got, look how far back it is. It may have gotten blown back here, like in the storm or in the rain or something. Oh, sorry. And I was looking in here because this one looked like it tried to germinate, but it failed. I don't know. But not a lot of this. Oh, here's some more right here. And some right here and here. So cool. Cool, 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 as my sister says. So nothing is really in here. I have sunrise bumblebee tomato and some calendula in the very bottom. This is a pepper. And this is a pepper. Do I have two? Yeah, this is another sunrise bumblebee. I'm like, wait a minute, how many times? And it grew. But this is another sunrise bumblebee tomato with some calendula at the bottom. Did not tell y'all that I cut my hair. I cut my hair. I cut my locks off. I'm trying to fix this up. Uh-oh. I forgot I cut my hair May 1st. I came home from work, took my scissors, and found the new growth and cut it. Then I went to the lady who does my hair when I was locked, and she kind of like cut it in the shape to like even it out because some parts were longer than others. These squirrels is having a blast in my yard. But yeah, so some parts were longer than others. So, and then prior to my appointment, my sister said, "Oh, you should put color in your hair." And I'm like, "I don't know if I want to do that." And she's like, "You would look really nice with it." And she said, "You should go blonde." I wasn't sure if I would like it. I never did blonde. When I dyed my locks, it was like a reddish color, like a burgundy, but blonde, it was like out there. And with my job, I didn't know how people would, I won't say how people would take it, but like higher ranking supervisors than me would be like, "Oh, that's not in policy, this, that, and the third." I don't know. They said, I mean, technically it is a natural hair color, but they didn't say for who. But yeah, anyway, so I like it. I've been a blonde for about a week. Thursday will make a week. no, Friday will make a week that I've had my hair color. So this Thursday I'm going to go, and she's going to take it just one step lighter, because we can't do that the same day without over processing. Those of you who do hair or know hair, I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from and what she means. I was a little bit nervous about it. I'm not keeping my hair short. I like this a lot and it feels good. I'm still testing products. Before I was locked, I was natural and I had a lot of products. I was happy to throw them away. But I think my hair is happier and not thinning around. This is not a hair video, and I don't plan on doing hair videos. I'm just talking at this point, but I like it, long story short. So back to the eating from my garden. Again, I'm still building on it, and I know a lot I don't like beets, but I like them juiced, and I just want to incorporate a lot of that with my iron. I have rid a lot of the carbohydrates that I have been ingesting, and I'm working out a lot more than what I have within the past 6 months since I initiated this whole moving thing. I don't like that my joints hurt. I don't like feeling like bloated all the time, even when a woman is not supposed to be bloated, if you know what I mean. So, but that's going to happen regardless. It's life. I'm not 23 anymore. I'm 43 right now. I'll be 44 in October, and that's not old, but it ain't young. It's not like bounce back young. I had my first 2 kids young. I was able to get my stomach, even my third one, I was able to get my stomach in. But this one, my 4th kid, even though he's 9 now, it's like I can't shrink down. And I'm not trying to be a toothpick. I'm 5'9", 185 pounds. Do I want to be 105 pounds? Absolutely not. But I would like to be a healthier weight. I don't care if I just go down another 5 to 7 pounds. That is fine for me right now. I just don't like the inflammation in my knees. Food plays a major part in our health, as well as our environment. And I know that I can probably make better changes with food. Am I going to eat a piece of fried fish at one point? Yeah, but that's not my everyday diet. It's a treat, and I like to leave it as a treat. I don't eat pork because it makes my stomach very upset and it gives me headaches. I already have a lot of headaches. So I'm kind of like weaning out and figuring out what things that are mostly anti-inflammatory. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep building on my garden. I, I keep telling myself I'm not gonna make it big. I'm going to keep it simple. However, the way it's set up, like, I don't have to go out so far in my yard. I don't have to go out so far to water it. It's like the water hose is right there. And those green stalks, they're pricey up front, but if I keep buying one when they're on sale, the best sales on Mother's Day and Black Friday, I'll just keep buying them. Like, I like them. It makes it easier, and probably build 2 more beds and get 2 more green stalks. And I think that's it. Like, I'm done. I told my husband, he said he didn't care. Go ahead and do what I want. Ha. But that's it. So anyway, so I want to be more consistent. I'm back. I'm not moving. I'm finished unpacking. I do still work a lot of overtime, but I do want to make a point to try to come back and update you guys. So I need y'all to hold me accountable. I need y'all to, like, I'm not ashamed of my weight or my age, or sharing my weight or my age and my sizes and stuff like that. As long as we're not being weird about it. It's about a health journey and trying to eat from the garden. Of course, I have to grow more and learn more about this area. I'm gonna keep repeating it because I'm reminding myself this is not only a video for you all, but a journal for me. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you guys so much for being patient. I want to say hi to my friend again, Marcia. I want to say hi to my friend Queenie. I want to say hi to my father-in-law Eric. Hi to this is like, remember that TV show with the mirror, Romper Room? Anyway, y'all have a good one. Bye.